Should this video get monetized, all of its revenue will go to the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum. History will never forget Anne Frank. Her diary gave the world a first-hand account of what it was like to be a Jew during German occupation. The writings she left behind put a name and a face to one of the millions of innocent lives that were taken from one of the worst atrocities humanity has ever known. Over the last 6 decades, her story has made its way to the big screen in several film adaptations. But there was one attempt to tell her story that never saw the light of day. This is the story of Dear Anne, The Gift of Hope. In 2004, the Christmas family film, The Polar Express, hit theaters, and with it came a big milestone. On top of being a box office smash, it was also the first full-length feature to have been entirely created with motion capture technology. This sent shockwaves across the film industry at large, galvanizing filmmakers everywhere to use motion capture to tell stories in a whole new way. In the same year, all the way over in Italy, production had commenced for a motion capture CGI telling of the Anne Frank story, titled Dear Anne, The Gift of Hope. Helming the project was first-time director Dario Pachau, and taking the leading role of Anne was American actress Jennifer Crystal Foley. The film was funded with an investment of €9 million from its production company, 263 films, and it also received additional financing from Italy's Ministry of Culture, who added €1 million to the film's production due to its cultural importance. Even in 2004, a budget of €10 million was incredibly small for a 3D animated feature, no less one that was made with cutting-edge motion capture technology. Regardless, it seems that some of its comparatively small budget was put to use. With a relatively small production team that was around 60 people strong, the film did make some headway over a production period that lasted for around 2.5 years. During the movie's pre-production, no shortage of concept art was created to develop its overall look, and the film's shots were also mapped out in a series of storyboards. And production on the film didn't stop there. It was further brought to life with the creation of its CG character models and environments, which were realized with technology that was cutting edge for its time. Those who worked on the film heavily researched the significant events and locations of the Holocaust in the Netherlands. With plenty of materials to reference, designers then went to great lengths to recreate every real-life setting in the film's story to not only be as photorealistic as possible, but to also be as historically accurate as possible, going above and beyond to ensure that locations mirrored their real-life counterparts down to the most minute details. According to several people who worked on the film, at least 50% of it was actually completed. But alas, the film never met its planned release year of 2006. The explanation for why the film never materialized is unclear. One can only surmise that the project's comparatively small €10 million budget played a part in its unmaking. Out of all of the assets that were created for the film, the one that gives us the clearest idea of what it would have been like is its official trailer. To close things out, here's our best look at what Dear Anne, The Gift of Hope could have been.
Before the war, we were 80,000 Jews in Amsterdam alone. Those who have survived Nazi hatred live in terror of being arrested and deported to the death camps. We're lucky because we have a refuge where we can hide and lots of friends who are helping us. But if anyone should notice we're here and report it, there would be no pity for any of us.
There is a door between light and shadow. Beyond that door lies the open space of the soul. Dear Anne, the gift of hope.